Well, good evenings. Sorry, I just blinded myself there. Don't go too close to the cameras and lights. Stay away from the light, Caroline. Yeah, good evening. Hello. Welcome to Hump Day, which is Wednesday, for those who don't know what Hump Day is. Because apparently it's when you break the hump of the week, and it's all downhill towards the weekend, which, that's better, which is normally a lot better for those that are of the occupational persuasion and they don't work weekends. Unfortunately, I do work weekends, so Hump Day has no significance whatsoever. Wet the whistle. So yeah, hello, welcome to another live stream. Obviously some of you have been with us on New Year's Day, where I did a couple of hours of streaming and was very productive by building 4 Kratos heavy assault tanks and 3 Xiphons in the first sort of early afternoon session. And then in the next session, I painted it all. So, yeah, busy little boy. But today, this is the final part of the Imperial Fists project so far. And I say so far because it's basically everything I've got assigned for the Imperial Fists. So we've done all their tanks now. So that's 4 Sicarans, 6 Predators with their optional turrets, 4 Kratos, 6 Xiphons, 4 Fire Raptors, 2 Storm Eagles, and 1 Thunderhawk. Now, some of the aeronautical stuff I'd already started earlier on in the year, and because of the rumours and whispers. And I thought, yeah, that'd be cool. And it's good to experiment beforehand. And then obviously once they were released, that's when I've done all the infantry and the tanks and the Thunderhawk, because I didn't have a Thunderhawk at the time. So that's where we're at, basically. So we've got, well, already made a start on some of the weapons. So we do the weapons first, then I use Mephisto. Oh my god, what do I use? No, it's Blood Angel's Red for any sort of crests or cloaky bits. I use Wraith Bone for any sort of loinclothy bits as a start base from. And yeah, so Lead Belcher for the weapons. And I don't think, well, obviously with the blacks, I normally go over that with Black Templar. Seems appropriate, really. So yes, so we've got 1 sprue left of tiny space dudes with all the weapons required. There's some dudes, well, yeah, I know I've got dudes spare. But anyway, let's get cracking with some painting. I was a bit later than usual today because where I'm looking after the kids' cat. Well, I'm visiting theirs to make sure the cat is fed, watered, and change their litter. He's alright, bit meowy, as he's gotten very meowy in his old age. He's like 15 almost, I think. So he's seen things. But yeah, he's a grumpy little bugger, to say the least. So this is where we go with the Lead Belcher Air variety. It's a little bit more fluid, so we can actually not sort of over gunk the actual weapons, which you want to avoid as much as possible, really. So using like thin down paints is always good, but I use a lot of the air range because it is like it's already watered down, so you don't lose a lot of the detail. So you can get into those bits with your brush and scoot around, get the bits you need to paint, and move on. So we do one side and then we flip the sprue around once we've done all the ones on one side. Make sure we catch the back ends of the weapons. So that's good. It's you can actually, like in a single session, so live stream, for example, or what I used to do with friends before COVID and all that, way back when, we used to have like Monday night paint parties. So we'd go around to a friend's house who was sort of central to most of us, and then like hang out for a couple of hours painting, because painting is better when there's people with you, because you're sharing stories, chatting, and you know, sometimes you might be doing something and somebody can say, "Hey, have you tried doing this?" And it's very organic, it's very friendly, especially obviously we're real life friends. But obviously that's not been the case for a couple of years, and you know, people's times have changed. People have actually, one of my friends has moved country, so it's a bit hard for him to attend. But with online, that's why I like doing these sort of hobby hangouts as such, because you know, people can just drop in, say hi, you know, have a chat about stuff, but you've got, you know, somebody there, you know, somebody you can interact with. You don't have to. There's no right or wrong way to enjoy a live stream, but you know, it's just nice having that sort of, even like background noise of me just yapping about things randomly, or answering questions or general chit chat. But that's what helps. I know it helps me, and I know there are several people that have had like messaged me in various means that they say just even have this on in the background, and I've said that several times before. You know, having the stream in the background just as, you know, that background noise, a familiar voice, you know. So if you're doing that, hello again. How are you? But yeah, so it's just a laid back, easy go hangout, and that's all I've ever really wanted. So I have been thinking about trying to do extra bits and pieces, but at the moment, what with all these legions, Imperialis coming out, and the start of the new Titan Legio soon, once I've literally got this out of the way. Although, you know, I've got Emperor's Children to do, because that's the other legion I was doing. So one loyalist, one traitor. Balance it out. But yeah, just getting these done, and so easy to work with these things, because especially when painting on a sprue, which I don't normally do. Normally I would, like bigger models, I would definitely build the model then paint it. I'm not one of these people that like paints interiors of tanks and stuff like that, because it's going to be on display. It's not, it's a gaming device which provides entertainment and joy by building. So I don't do it, but I've got friends that do, and they do amazing work. I'm not gonna, there's no right or wrong way to do your hobby, as long as you enjoy it, and that's all that ever really matters when it comes to doing this sort of thing. Just hitting those chest pipes. Yeah, so you may notice that the brush is a bit battered and torn, but if you know how to handle your brush, it doesn't really matter. It's all well and good having all like the top of the range sort of paint brushes, but the way I use brushes, they don't last long, so I refuse to pay a lot for a real high quality brush, because I know that the way I paint, I'm going to ruin it. I try to look after them. I've got brush soap and everything, but yeah, I could literally just use one brush over like 2 or 3 sessions and absolutely annihilate it. But if it's a cheap brush, yeah, fine. You buy them in packs, don't they? So. I'm surprised the judge hasn't swooped in and claimed first. Admittedly, it's a late start, but he normally does. Combi bolters for the Cataphracti Terminators. Sweet Christmas, you're right again. Hello, Kiblams. Well, as I said, well, he wasn't here to hear it, but obviously we've done the extra stream earlier on New Year's Day. So this is the normal stream, Wednesdays and Saturdays. But New Year's Day I was off. I fancied doing some hobby, and I thought, you know what, people might be around and they want to hang out, and there were. I say, I think we had at least at one stage the highest rate was about 10. Not everyone was interacting, and again, they don't have to. Just chill out, chat if they want to, or just listen. How are you, you prolific devil, you? I'm okay, thank you very much. First day back this year. Admittedly, I was working Christmas, New Year's Eve, so but yeah, first day back in today. It was all right. It was work's work, isn't it? So, but luckily, where I work is I've been there almost 20 years, so it's not really work. It is, but it isn't, if you know what I mean. So got that done. Got out of the way. I actually got a tip today from a customer. So it's like, oh right, okay. You do get tips in my sort of trade, like flooring. But yeah, guy gave me 20 quid for cutting the carpet down for him, make it easier. So I don't know. Thank you very much. I also, what did I do today? I managed to wrangle an afternoon off. A couple of, well, not this weekend, weekend after, because I found out that there's a convention on in London called MegaCon. Very suspicious name, but Bruce Boxleitner and Claudia Christian is going to be attending, and they were big in a TV series I used to love watching called Babylon 5, and I thought it's not often I'm going to get a chance to go see them, so I'm going to go see them. That's the plan, at least. Laid off after 14 years in November. I think it was. Yeah, because you set up your little like Etsy business thingy, wasn't it? Or back in Terrain. So have that been doing okay over the Christmas period? They're helping you sort of sort yourself out and get into a new groove as a well, a business owner. Working for yourself now. Okay, so the reason why we were on late is because, as I said, I'd go perform cat maintenance and then get home and cook dinner. And then I could have a shower, get myself sorted out, and then get out here to join you and paint some tiny dudes. I'm not sure this terrain making game has legs beyond this year. I got back my investment in December, and that's something I guess, well, that is not bad at all, really. So you're not out of pocket, that's the main thing. Always try to get these little pipes done. Painting exhausts. Handle on the blade itself. Pay for the machine, peripherals, and website and any materials. So you're in the clear. So, as you say, it's either just keep it as a side game, a bit smaller scale perhaps, so you can do something else, or at least you've got everything there. So, you've already done a bunch of infantry already. Yeah, so I've got, well, I've already painted 3 sprues of IF infantry. So this is the 4th. So I've got 4 sprues of infantry for the Emperor's Children. Although technically, I've got 5 because I've got an extra box. So I don't know what I'm doing. I might sort of exchange that. And get another Thunderhawk. So have options, because obviously with your troops you upgrade the units by adding units to them at an extra cost. Alright, makes sense. I stopped at 2 sprues myself. Yeah, you'll be surprised. You're probably going to need, if you're going to do bigger games, you might need more infantry for like holding objectives and stuff, or attacking. Somebody was on one of my posts was commenting on my Kratos tanks and saying like, oh, I just went with all las cannons on mine. The thing is, in this game, las cannons, you're only going to kill one dude, sort of thing. Not sprue, just one individual dude. You need that anti-infantry side of things. 3.5 sprues. Well, there you go. More's the merrier. I've seen a lot of people doing like, I think obviously partly Louise Sugden's fault, because she's been painting like pearlescent looks on her blades for her little sergeant dudes, which is kind of cute. She does love small little Marines. It would seem. I've got 1 base HQ, 16 bases of tacticals, 4 termies, 4 missiles, 8 dreads, enough for 11 rhinos at least. I can barely paint full-size me, so no hope in adding details to these. No, these are monsters, little tiny monsters. Sure, got all the weapons. Toy racers. 1, 2, 3. What's that? So certain paints we've had issues with, such as Wraithbone, Corax White. You tend to put an agitator into the pot so that it's still sort of fluid. I was helping my daughter paint her second mini today and discovered that half my paints are unusable. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like Corax White is one of those ones that you buy it, use it once, and then next minute it's like chalk. Which isn't good. She was choosing all the bright colours. I always remember taking my kids into Games Workshop. It was in Lakeside when they still had one at Lakeside many years ago. And I said, "Oh, you can choose a pot of paints each, and I'll get it." And because I was trying to get them interested in painting, and so you can paint a model with it, whatever. And My daughter chose Fulgrim pink, and my boy chose corn red. They had no ideas of what Fulgrim is and corn is, but they were two colours, and I just went, Well, my whole world do a painting class stream for free, and a few months ago we swung by, and that was her first mini, and staff looked at me as if I was lying when I said that it was her first one. See, that's natural talent there. Because I've seen friends' kids, and they've just got this innate ability just to paint, and I'm just like going, I was nowhere near as good as that at his age or her age. You know, it's just some people are good with colours. You know, somebody's got to have something from somewhere. Being able to paint or mix colours and all that, it's like colour theory and all that jazz, knowing how paints interact and all that sort of business. Purple, maroon, gold trim, Emperor's Children, brilliant. But it's like with you've got lots more sort of, with the internet, you've got lots more women getting into the hobby, and some of them have got in via boyfriends and that in the past, or friends who already do it. And I know several women painters, and they're just brilliant, and some of them might have only been in for a couple of years, others may have been in longer, and some of them have just started. But because obviously some of them might have been artistically trained at school and college, so they know how to work with paints, and it's just doing what they want to do with those paints on those models. So me, I'm still learning. I paint in my way, in my style, which is very rough, dirty sort of thing. But that's how I do what I do, and how I enjoy my hobby. I do little armies, little leggings, and just put some time into things. Keeps me occupied. Keeps my brain working. And a lot of the time, like if you're probably watching now in horror, it's not neat and tidy. I don't do neat and tidy. I do lived in. Because once it's finally done, and that's the thing most people have to get into, is just doing what you do. Because each stage that you progress with painting, you can make little tweaks, improvements, and such and so forth. You know, you don't have to expect that you're going to have a golden demon level paint job after the first couple of layers. It takes time, but you just got to accept the chaos, or embrace the horror, as I like to say. Just do it. Just get on it. Don't stress over mistakes. You can go back. You can do stuff to sort of change the aspect or something if it's not quite working out. And a lot of the time it is experimentation as well. So let's get in. Brushing your hand and get letting loose. That's all you need to do. Never belittle another painter. If they do things differently to you, they might find it more comfortable how they do things. Everyone is different at the end of the day. Learn to paint like other people. Hey Greg, I spent my decade in the hobby learning shortcuts and tricks. Converting and scratch building is where I put my efforts. Yeah. See, I'm not one for kit bashing and scratch building. Not my bag. But again, you know, if that's what brings you pleasure, then embrace it, go for it. Oh yeah. How are you feeling, Greg? You is your plague lifting at last? So whilst you're here, just put it on one side. So Kratos, or one of the Kratos of Thor with melted cannon. Got some decals onto it. Those blades on there. And so I've got 4 of them all day. And my Emperor's Children Xiphons. Well, one of the 3. So simple, straightforward. Looks okay. That's all that matters. So that was my efforts paid off for the long streams the other day. So I believe it's Wednesday. And it's bloody miserable, sick as hell. Get the day off work, so I'm suffering. Oh, dude. It's an illness. I cut and stuck shields to all my tacticals and sod that. Oh yeah, you were doing breaches, weren't you? I recall you mentioning something about breaches. I realise I've missed off a few helmets. Say helmets, I mean crests. Yeah, dude, it's not fun being sick. as we all know. I hope you do improve sooner rather than later. In 28mm heresy, I even gave my contemptuous shields, but I've drawn a line for it. Yeah, sometimes you just go too far. Double, double, triple check, triple check, triple check, double, double, triple check, 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 check. Got to go up a bit later. No worries, buddy. Thanks for dropping in and saying hi. Double, double check. So, make some space because I'm going to need to check with what infantry I've done already, because you have the options to have sergeants on a sprue or, you know, no sergeants on a sprue. So where I've sort of gone crazy before, I might have used, you know, too much, and, you know, might need to have a sprue of not sergeant equipped sprues to make it, you know, because you can have 5 or 10 or whatever, but all these little tank carts and turrets. That's not good. All the tanks, all the places. Plasma, Sergeant Plasma. Obviously, oh, hello. Hello, and Lee, please don't forget those marine eye lenses. Screw you, JS. No. Doing all the bloody targeters and weapons is bad enough. I'm not doing eye lenses as well. How pretty it's going to look. Sleety rain outside, Fionn. Yes, we had a bit of a downpour earlier, but it's been weird. It's not been like overly. Well, it has been quite wet because there's been flooding, but it's not been too bad, to be fair. We do need a sergeant on this blue. Heresy in all the ranks. All the ranks, everywhere. So much heresy, it's unheard of. Apparently, the temperatures in the Scandinavian countries have fallen very low. Really? I was not aware of this. There we go. There's a black banner on some. It's just in cold countries are cold. Yeah, but it's temperature for the time of year and then suddenly dropping. Like, they're on the average temperatures. And then they suddenly go, no, we can do better than that. We're going to get super cold. That's the thing. Unseasonably cold. And Fiona, if you want to slap Greg, be my guest. I have to do it off camera because I can't see it otherwise. But they have had a relatively mild winter by their standards until now. At least the year didn't start with global earthquakes and freeze. Oh, wait. Yeah. Well, I've been watching the Monarch Legacy of Monsters, Godzilla. So it's like, oh my god, there's like earthquakey type things, and it's all the fucking titans coming out of the ground. Godzilla! He's loose! Godzilla. Checkmate. Let's do the stuff. Previously on building stuff. Pew, 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 pew. Plasma dudes. Plasma dudes. Plasma dudes. Plasma. Yeah, so we need a plain plasma dude. We've got 2 sergeants. So we need other sergeants. A banner. Which is quite weird because I don't seem to have another banner dude. So most of it. 2, 3. Oh, so there. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, so I'm just figuring out what's what because I'm trying to get everything up even killed. So with my tacticals, for example, one will have that dude in there, and then so he'll have a normal squad with him, and then one of these with the Vexia, and then another thing. So it's just making everything uniform, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm puzzling out what the fuck I've got. So I don't need any plasma sergeants because I've got them. Missile sergeants. I've got one there, none there, one there. So I just need a normal missiles for them. That's fine. Terminators. The jump pack dudes don't really matter as such, really. Kind of says, just realises that plasma dude hasn't got paint on it. With these guys, I would like to have some more tanks, really. So things like Land Raiders. That's the only other tank I really want, Land Raiders. To be fair, I wasn't going to get the Kratos. I was just holding out for Land Raiders. Once I get started on the Emperor's Children, however, I want drop pods. So these guys are, tank, defensive in mindsets. Emperor's Children, although I've got rhinos for them. So I've got 4 sprues troops, rhinos, and obviously the base tanks, and 8 contemptors. On drop pods, and probably jet bikes, 7 scimitars when they come out in particular. Possibly more Sicarans as well. If they bring out the alternates of like the Arcus and the Punisher. Arcus mostly. But, we've got options. That's all that matters. Whee! Yeah. Be right back, work stuff. No, you off. Who's subbed off? I know Greg's doing stuff, but he'll be back. You are. It's the Blood Angels Red. Cloths here. I kind of made a boo-boo colour-wise, because I've used the red, but it's more of a leathery colour that I have. But freehanding the standard, no. Not when there's decals, and there's decals for Imperial Fists on the box set that you get. They have banners for Imperial Fists and Sons of Horus, or like I have done. I did make up by just putting some, so like decals like that on that one, for example. That's one of the decals you get for banners. Pretty cool. I think there's an alternate one as well. Then again, just straightforward like thingy banner. Don't need one for missile launchers. Don't have to worry about him. Don't need one. No, I don't need one for the plasmas, that's fine. Chicken head dude. Are all the legions covered by the transfer sheet? No, the one in the main box. Sorry, that's the one from the vehicle transfers. So you just get basic variations, black or white, and numbers and some squad signals and stuff on their skulls, and all that. So for all the 18 legions for them, the That's vehicle as well. That's a different thing. Aircraft ones, which are bigger. And there. There you go. So this is the one that come in the box set with the solar auxilia and dudes. So you've got the one that you see there. You've also got this one here as an optional one, and then obviously Sons of Horus and Death Guard, Imperial Fists, and Iron Hands. You got some solar auxilia units there. But they're the only ones we've got. Got these ones here, which these are the ones I really want. These more than these ones. These look cool, but they're Iron Hands, obviously. Yes. Regarding your Emperor's Children army, are you going to kit bash some Sankillers? Well, at the moment you only got missile launchers, so they could be done. Let's say at the end of the day, Sunkillers is just really a what do you call it? It's a glorified heavy weapon squad with a different insignia. So they're not really any different from anything else. It's just that you can, put them out in 28mm, so you can put them out in greater numbers. Just try and keep it as simple as possible. I don't think we'll see things like part-time blades or anything anytime soon, if at all. Probably just a bit of basic stuff. Yeah, and so trying to make individual units. They didn't have that sort of depth and granularity in the original one. because there's a lot of special units. And it takes a lot to make the moulds for the kits, and then they've got to weigh up, is it worth actually making them on a mass scale, because you're not going to sell as many of them by comparison. You know, the basic stuff, yeah, because you put them all on a sprue like this. So unless they do a Emperor's Children sprue, a sprue for, you know, Night Lords, with all their special character type stuff, maybe they'll do something like that further down the line. But we've got a year to 18 months worth of stuff coming out already. So take what we get. We can only hope. Yeah, it's true. That is all we can do, is hope. Well, the Heresy version, or these guys? Heresy version, I've got one. I've never actually used it. But I like the idea of it as a fast mobile weapons platform that I can get behind. Especially when you've got armies that are movers and shakers. Again, the thing you've got to get used to is that with these units, they are meant to be massive armies, but they're not necessarily going to be as accurate as stuff. So obviously, normally, like most Space Marines, you're hitting with their bolters on a 5+. So it's like one hit on a 5+. You know, or how many dice on a 5+ that you're rolling. The only things off the top of my head I know which hit on stupid levels is volcano cannons on Titans. They hit on a 2+. So it's just like total annihilation. Oh no. Let's notice that I've missed a bit of yellow in my arm. Wait a minute. More Daka. Lord Attacker. But yeah, it's not just shooting stuff; it's manoeuvrability as well, and taking up defensive positions. You need the infantry to take positions. Capture those strong points and hold them against the enemy. Holsters. Red goes faster. Yeah, apparently it does. Painting holsters. I can't honestly tell you, mate. I haven't got my book to hand. But don't expect them. They'll be fast or faster than other things, but not sort of. They don't translate because this is basically like second edition. It's basically what the rule set's based on. My friend played a game against someone the other day or the other week, and they were using Aquila shuttles to ferret Ogryns into the back lines of my mate's army, and then once they were unloaded, then utilised them to ram his Kratos tanks. He only ran things of equal scale or less, apparently. So that kind of distracted his Kratos from doing stuff. I called it a dirty-handed tactic, but it is a tactic, and I'm sure there'll be others that will utilise it. I think it's a bit, it is a bit gamey. So at the end of the day, it's not. I like thematic, cinematic sort of things going on with my gaming. So if I have a vehicle on the battlefield, I'm not just going to like throw it away needlessly to get an advantage. Distraction can't affect, yeah. It's all. I'm just one of those people that like, I just like stand up, fight, sir, another bug hunt. Space Marine armies arguably do need more organic anti-air in general, not just in Legions Imperialis. Good thing about Titans in Imperialis is that you can utilize your weapon. So if you had a weapon that done like 5 dice to hit, you can say, okay, out of those 5 dice, 3 of them are going to shoot that Kratos, and the other 2 dice remaining are going to shoot that Rhino. So that's there, that's there. So it's like split fire, but you get it for free. Hey, Judge. Late, but here. Hello. And Greg's back. And hi from us both. So, you know, it's a little bit more, that is a little bit more realistic in comparison to, like, you know, how Titans play in AT. The fact that you can go, okay, I'm splitting my shots down and distribute them. And you could be like against 2 units, you could be against 3 units. You could say, 2 dice there, 2 dice there, 3 dice on there. Or 1, 1, 1, 1. It's just represented that is a massive Titan that goes, bah! I've got mega weapons and I'm going to shoot everything. Because it can. So I'm happy with that. Obviously, you're probably not going to do it, but you've got the option. I was going to prime today, but now I'm building another cardroom. Nice. I was out buying orange paint for my Hyboris Knights. Ran out of daylight. Yeah. It's in short supply this time of year, isn't it? Slappy. Backpacks. Or black packs. Black packs, black packs. Yes. During the off screen because again they're so bloody small I ain't gonna see them if I tried doing it underneath the camera. Oh, there, John. Hello, so I'm doing Moigular tonight. Yes, this is the last of the Imperial Fists element of my Legions Imperialis projects. So after, say, last couple of days where obviously painting up the Kratos, I thought, sod it, let's get these guys done and dusted. Well, I attempted to anyway. Are you up to any hobby tonight? Yeah, so once this yellow's finally done, I've got Titans to be getting on with. Hopefully I'll be receiving some Titans tomorrow. Then I can start them or Emperor's Children. Got to be up early tomorrow. Everyone have a good night. Yeah, no worries, Fionn. Thank you for coming and popping in and hanging out for a little bit. I'll see you at the weekend, perhaps, if you're about, because I will be about. Hopefully from a normal time of 8 PM. So I started late today because lots of things to do. Ooh. Drinking through black packs. Oh. So you get used to we'll go a bit crooked. If you do sort of like Imperial Fists, so the black backpacks actually do really look quite good. I wasn't too sure, and I thought, I don't know, I didn't bother. And then I tried on the second lot with black backpacks. I thought, no, actually they do look much better. So they've all got it now. Hurrah! Finished work now. Give you my full attention. Ah, that's so delightfully sweet of you. I booked a ticket to go to. Sounds weird. It's called MegaCon, which is at the Excel. Not this Saturday, Saturday after. Purely because Bruce Boxleitner and Claudia Christian of Babylon 5 fame are both present. So I thought, sod it, you only live once, late. Go meet them again. So that's what I'm doing. I'm having a half day of work, so because we've got a new guy. So I go that 13th Excel. See some people in cosplay while I'm there, I suppose, because there will be. Loads of people going there, but I'm literally just going there for those two. Wow. Yeah. Do this closer because it's just so much harder to paint away from you than doing packs, especially when you're doing jump black packs. They're further away and there's a lot more detail on them in comparison to normal black pack. Yes, we are getting there. Almost time. Says time for what I hear you say. Yeah, who knows? Could be anything, and it usually is. I'll fill up to sticking the infantry on the bases tonight. Well, fingers crossed for you, buddy. Currently writing myself a to-do list for January. Figured it, I'll do it, do to and done for each month to try and stay in task, and also we'll be able to see what I accomplish at the end of 24. Every little bit helps. I'm under no illusions that half my to-do for Jan won't be on my to-do for February. Feels good to cross things off lists. That's fair. Sorry, I was all transfixed on doing teeth washings. Alright. That's them washed. Was. So yes, that's that dealt with. So they're going to take a while to dry, and that's how it's going to remain for the time being, I think. I'm probably going to call it because I'm not able to see anything. I've got nothing else to paint. So it's 11 o'clock. I'd say I know it's only 2 hours, but I'm very tired. So yeah, I'll be back on Saturday, hopefully at normal time of 8 p.m. GMT, which is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and plus 1 hour if you're in Europe. But yeah, so this is it for these guys. I'll probably base these some point, probably tomorrow, and have them finished off. So I really can't focus. And then Saturday we'll be starting on other things. So either Emperor's Children, continuing the Emperor's Children, or starting on Titans. I haven't decided. We'll see though. But until then, thank you for hanging out and torturing me, JS, with your painting eye lenses. Damn you! But yeah, it's been fun whilst it lasted, and yeah, we'll be back in a couple of days' time for another painting hobby session with more content this time and less tiredness. Anyway, yes, so I hope you all have a good couple of days, and we'll see you back here on Saturday, and we'll get on with some more hobby. So, at least I can do. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, so we'll see you all again on Saturday from 8 p.m. GMT. Take care. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. And other languages. Good night.